Thank you again for tuning in. And I do have a perception for you. It's not really a question of the day. It's more of a, like I said, it's more of a hypothetical concept, because that's what this show is all about. It's all about hypothetical concepts to stimulate thought, a little bit of questions of the day to initiate the debate, and then asking you ladies and gentlemen out there for some solutions, some feedback and comments so that we can create a better way together. And in today's show, I want to talk about the topic of government and religion, because I have elderly people in my family actually who say that there's two things they won't talk about, and that's politics and religion. All right, that's two things they just refuse to talk about. And then when you get out into the more status quo, atmosphere, they always say that religion and state or government are separate from one another. Right? Okay. Now, this is what I want to lead to this with. I want to say this. First of all, when elderly people come to me and say, or when I come to them, because I'm the one who goes to them asking questions, but when I go to them and they come to me with that response, the first thing that comes to my mind is, well, the reason why you don't want to talk about religion and politics is because they're sleeping inside the same bed together. And what bed would I be thinking about? Because they're not like people. So what kind of bed would I be talking about? I'm talking about the bed of corruption. They both are sleeping inside the same bed. They're making up the bed behind each other, and I don't have to go into a lot of details, but if I really have to go into one detail for each party involved, I would have to say that religion, bed of corruption, is the people who claim to have been called, and then they molest the most sacred thing that the Creator has put on the planet, which are the children. I don't say kids because if you look up the word kids, that's actually a term for sacrifice of a goat. But anyway, moving on. And if you want to move into politics, well, we don't got to go too far into corruption and politics. It's very evident. All right. So these two entities sleep inside the same bed together. And the reason for this is because government, if you look up the word government, as far as a dictionary, it would say that the Latin word or the Latin root for this word was governmente. All right, or gubermente, not governmente, sorry, no V in Spanish, but gubermente, right? Which means control of the mind. Look it up. I'm not saying it to be saying it. I'm just saying it so you can look it up for yourself. Control of the mind. And if you don't want to look it up because of what I'm telling you, that shows you how much control over the mind that some external force has over your internal faculty. But the other form, so government is control of the mind, and then religion is actually the binding of your spirit. It's pretty much trying to stagnate your consciousness, because no matter what religion you're in, if you begin to practice outside that religion's personal beliefs or philosophy on life, then you are no longer considered that part or part of that religion. All right. So religion, in a sense, tends to bind your consciousness or your spirit to a certain aspect, and you're willing to stop it at that, right? So anyway, in return for these two to publicly denounce each other, the government, which controls the mind, also controls the flow of energy or current or currency. All right. So therefore, in return for these two entities to hinder the evolution of the planet, churches are allowed to have a 501c so that they become tax-free. Like I said, these are all hypothetical concepts, but I'm tying in bits and pieces of information that I take in from here and I take in from there, and I'm putting it all together. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop with that, and I'm going to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to weigh in what you think about that down below. And until next time, this is Jeff, out here stimulating thought, initiating debate, and reaching out to you to help create a better way. Peace!